So I just stumbled upon this wild thing about QEMU that really blew my mind. Did you know it can emulate a whole machine in software?
Wait, seriously? That's pretty intense. So it doesn't even need hardware virtualization support? That's kind of revolutionary.
Exactly. And here's where it gets crazier. It can run operating systems made for one architecture on a completely different architecture.
Oh wow, like running an ARM OS on an x86-64 machine? That's such a game changer for developers.
Right? It's like if you could teleport your operating system to another kind of computer. How does it even pull that off?
It uses dynamic translation for performance, which sounds complicated. But essentially it's translating instructions on the fly.
Yeah. So think of it like a real-time translator for code. That must take some serious processing power.
Totally. And speaking of processing power, I read QEMU can achieve near-native performance with hypervisor support like KVM.
That's wild. So it's not just a toy for developers, it can actually handle serious workloads. What about everyday use cases?
Well, it's often used indirectly through things like OpenStack and Virt Manager, right? It's everywhere, but kind of under the radar.
Such a sneaky powerhouse. And it supports user space API virtualization too, which allows different architectures to interact seamlessly.
That's a pretty big deal. Just imagine running software designed for Linux PPC64 ABI on a Linux x86-64 system without any major hiccups.
It really opens up a world of compatibility. But how do developers actually go about building QEMU? Is it straightforward?
Surprisingly, yes. You just need to configure and make it in a few steps. But that's if you're on modern platforms like Linux and macOS.
Oh, so it's not just for Linux nerds. They support OS X and even Windows with the QEMU64 toolchain. That's pretty awesome.
Exactly. It's like QEMU is trying to be the inclusive emulator for everyone. And if someone wants to contribute, they've got options.
For real. Submitting patches involves using Git, which is perfect for open source projects. Kind of makes it feel like a community effort.
Yeah, for sure. The idea of Git publish streamlining that process is brilliant. It's like giving contributors a fancy toolkit.
And it helps avoid clutter while pushing updates. I love how innovative the open source community can be.
Speaking of community, they track bugs via GitLab issues. That's super organized. It's like a help system for users.
Right? And if someone's using a pre-built binary, they should report issues to the vendor first. It's so structured.
Exactly. They've thought of everything. Even the documentation is built from the source tree, which is such a smart practice.
Oh man, that documentation link is essential. It really shows how dedicated they are to making it accessible.
I love that they're so open about everything, from building to contributing. It really feels like they want to invite everyone into the fold.
Totally. So if we put all this together, QEMU isn't just some emulator, it's a bridge between different computing worlds.
Exactly. It's such a versatile tool with serious implications for tech development. Makes you rethink virtualization as a whole.
That's the piece I was missing. It's not just about running different OSs, but about bridging those gaps in computing.
And it really highlights how interconnected everything has become in tech. This opens up so many discussion points.
For sure. But can you imagine the kind of innovations that could emerge just by downloading QEMU and trying it out?
Oh, absolutely. It's like giving everyday users the power to experiment with different systems right from their machines.
Mind-blowing. And with all that potential, it sparks the real question, what other creative uses can we think of for this technology?
That's where it really gets exciting. With such a versatile tool in their hands, the possibilities are pretty much endless.
Exactly. So, if anyone's curious, what do you think the most surprising application of QEMU could be?
Maybe designing more efficient cloud services or even education. It could change how we teach computing.
Ooh, that's such a cool thought. Visualizing systems could make learning programming so much more engaging.
Right? And think about legacy software. QEMU could help preserve older systems in a virtual space we can still access.
Oh wow, like a time capsule for software. This conversation has me thinking differently about virtualization.
Same here. QEMU is more than just an emulator. It's a catalyst for innovation across the tech landscape.
Exactly. What an exciting time to be diving into tech and discovering how such tools can shape the future.
Totally. I can't wait to see how QEMU continues to evolve and what creative minds will do with it in the future.
Me too. the exploration of virtualization has just begun, and that's the thrill of it all.
Absolutely. So with that said, let's keep this conversation going next time with even more tech wonders.